So I'm going to talk about balls today. I love balls. Why do I love balls? Because they remind me of when I was playing at the playground, playing dodgeball, kickball, you name it, or sports. Softball, basketball, football, it all has a ball. We love balls because we grew up playing with balls. This is called a stability ball. Because it's a big ball, stability to stabilize you. So how big of a ball do you need based on your height? If you're 5'3" or under, you need a 45 millimeter. If you're 5'3" to 5'10", you need a 55 millimeter. And if you're over 5'10", you need a 65 millimeter. This is a pretty big ball. It's about 65 to 75, but I did it on purpose because I wanted a ball that I didn't have to air up a lot so that I could feel movement in the ball, almost like you're on a trampoline. And I'm going to caution you about something because what I find is people blow the balls up too much. Now, if you're a beginner, it's probably better that you blow your ball up a little bit more than what they say they should. That is pretty hard, but here's the problem. If it's too hard, you can't sink down into it and push back. You can't exhale or inhale. Guess what that's like? Just like a chair. If we sit all day long, the chair has no movement, right? There's no bounce in the chair. So what is it doing? It's supporting us, but guess what? We're not exhaling or pushing downward to stretch out the hamstrings and let our air go down and let the back go down. So that's one of the biggest problems with sitting. So what do you do if you're sitting all day long? You need to pretend like you're on a ball, a stability ball. That's why a stability ball is one of the best things that you can purchase for yourself and to sit on. And everybody's like, I'm afraid I'm going to fall. If you hold your breath like you're sitting in a chair, you are sure as heck will fall, okay? Because what happens when we sit in a chair? We compress because there's no way we can blow out the air out of the bottom. And people ask me, why is my belly so blown up? Why is my mom swollen when I go to assisted living? Because she's not breathing. She's not exhaling and inhaling because she's sitting in a chair all day long and not moving. Look at this. When you get up, you inhale. When you go down, you exhale. But if you don't totally exhale and you don't push and use your belly and push down into your butt, you can't get rid of the air. So one of the things that I have is a lady, she always wants to do this. And people say, why does she always want to go down to the ground? She's exhaling, she's pushing the air down to the ground. She's stretching out her back. She's blowing out and pushing the air down to the floor. Now she's coming back up from her pelvic floor, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now what happens to the knees and the ankles and the shoulders and everything else when you're sitting? They don't move either. The joints don't move and they get stiff. So when you stand up, ow! So what do you have to do? You have to breathe and move as if your joint is breathing and moving too. Think about the joint. Moves down and up, down and up. Where does it move? One joint moves down, one joint moves up. One muscle stretches, one muscle contracts. One lung inhales, or we inhale, and then we exhale. The diaphragm relaxes. 1, 2, 3. And how do we move and switch the air from one side to the next? Through the spine, center of the spine. We go under the vertebrae and over. Exhale and inhale. Under the water, over the water. What if this is the edge of the water, or it's like something that we have to dive under? I see people doing this. You need to dive under this hip bone, pelvis. Dive under it. Exhale. Go back over it. Inhale. Dive. 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 Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now back to the ball. Oh my gosh. This is what I have people doing this. Oh, I'm going to fall. Don't blow the ball up all the way. You need to feel the ball, and you need to be able to push down into the ball. You push one thigh down into the ball, and you feel the hamstring take over, and it's going to stabilize you. The other side of the ball, you feel is coming up from the ground, okay? You feel the arch of your foot and your hamstring coming up, filling up. Guess what? The thigh. You're a scale. You are a scale. Think about how you balance a scale. That's all you are on the ball. If you're holding on tight with the outside of you, because everybody gets on like this, I'm scared, you're going to fall down. Why? Look at your center of gravity. It's trying to go, it can't go back because you compressed it. If you exhale and let a little air go back and a little air go up, look how easy it is to move forward and backward. Look how easy it is to move from side to side. So, the moral of the story, if we sit, we need to sit correctly. The best way to imagine that you're sitting is sitting on a ball. The best way to practice breathing and moving is sitting on a ball. When you sit on the ball, when you move, you breathe, you exhale, you inhale, you let go. You have to use your abdominals to let go. Pull in and let the back go. And then you use the back and the abdominal muscles to come up. You use them all the time. It doesn't matter when you contract, when you relax, what muscle it is. Who gives a crap? All that matters is, can I let go and fall back into the chair? It's not really falling back. It means your tailbone goes back like this, and guess what? The sternum right here is another tail that goes like this. So now you have space between the front and the back. If you can't move around your joint, you have no space. So to breathe, you have to imagine gravity is pushing you down and the ground pushes you back up. So you exhale, it's like this. Exhale and you inhale. But if you exhale and inhale and you put all the weight on the outside of the hips and do this, you can't dive in and you can't dive out. You can't swing the tennis racket. You can't jump for the ball. You can't kick the ball. And it's all about the ball because balls are fun. So I hope that helps you, is that the ball is one of the best things for you to exercise on. People are afraid